Hi, welcome back to another set of tutorial. I'm sure you've been enjoying the other tutorials. Now in this tutorial I've titled how to calculate YouTube watch time hours using Excel. I believe it's going to be of great essence and important to you. Just like me too, I've been wondering how do I really know, how do I really calculate YouTube watch time, so I will know how to estimate my my entire content watch time and possibly project when I could hit my 4,000 hours of YouTube watch time. Okay, so um, just like many other YouTubers, I've taken my time to watch many other tutorials on how to calculate the YouTube watch time, and this time I decided to come up with something you will like. I created an Excel sheet that I'm going to share with you at the end of this tutorial. Okay, so I'll ask that for you to be able to understand the entire process, you have to follow me step by step on how I do the calculation. Okay, it's not going to be a long video. Just where we're going to take some time is in the course of trying to understand how the videos content minutes are entered and how the calculation goes. Okay, so um, now just for us to have an understanding, let me take us to this screen where we have the normal view which you see on your YouTube page, and then the watch time which is seen at the back end at in analytics, right? Okay, now you see in the pink you have 29,000, and in the pink circle you have 29,000 views. Now on the blue circle you have 541.5 watch time in bracket hours. Now the question is, how could my content hit 29,000 views and yet I'm only having 541.5 total watch time? How did YouTube calculate this? It's very simple. And to make us understand this, I did this little breakdown using 2 lines. Why the difference? Now, this value you see in the pink circle is what I call high views, right? I've tried to know what it's called, but usually you say a view, but I use the word high views or public views, all right? Now the value you see in the blue circle is called the watch time in bracket in hours. Okay, now if you have a video of say 10, let me just say 3 minutes. If you have a video of say 3 minutes, total 3 minutes time, and someone plays that video for 30 seconds, it is counted as one view. If some other person watches that video for full 3 minutes, it is still counted at one view. So the person that watched for 30 seconds and the person that watched it for 3 minutes total is just giving you 2 views, right? So that is how we got to this 29,000 views. So even if your video is 10 minutes, 30 minutes, or 1 hour, once someone watches it for 30 seconds, a minute, it is counted as one view. The person doesn't need to watch it all through, right? So the total minutes of your video do not count at that time. What really counts is the view. Now, when it comes to watch time hours, what count is not really the views, but the number of the number of seconds and minutes and possibly hours spent watching that video. So back again, you have a video of 3 minutes and someone watches it for 30 seconds. That person, YouTube will record 30-second watch. Some other person comes and watches it for 1 minute. YouTube will record 1 minute, not the views this time. Now, two views, but one is 1 minute, the other one is 30 seconds. So how many? 1 minute, 30 seconds. Now, some other person comes and watches it for full 3 minutes. So you now have 30 seconds, 1 minute, and 3 minutes. So if you add the three together, it gives you 4 minutes, 30 seconds. Now, how many hours in a minute? Sorry, how many minutes in 1 hour? 60 minutes make 1 hour. Now, how many minutes make up the 4,000 hours? Is 240,000 minutes make up 4,000 hours. Okay, so you multiply the 4,000 by 60, right? That gives you that count. Okay, now if that is the truth, it means that you have to ensure that your content is ideal to keep your visitor or your someone watching your content intact on the seat to watch all through the minute, so that it will count for you. If someone watches your video for just 30 seconds, you have additional, that means you've lost. If I say your video is 3 minutes and someone watches for only 30 seconds, that means you have, for that person, you've lost 2 minutes 30 seconds. So you need to meet up that remaining 2 minutes 30 seconds. Now, to help us calculate this, I'm going to load my Excel sheet, okay, to give us clarity on this calculation. And I believe with this, you will better understand how this calculation is done. Don't worry, I'm going to upload this to Google and make it available for everyone that's interested. I know that it will be of help to you. Now you can see I put there watch hour 4,000 minutes. How many minutes in 1 hour? 60 minutes. Now, if you multiply this with this, it gives you 240 minutes. Okay? Now, let's get down to the business. Assuming you have a couple of videos, say 7 videos, because I have 7 videos here. 1, 2, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Assuming you have 7 videos, the first one is 10 minutes, second one 6, the next 5, the next 12, 15, 8, and 4. You have videos with this variant times, and now one person watches your video actually watches the 7 of your videos fully all through the time. Now, this is rare, but if your video is really engaging, it is possible. Okay, it's really possible. Then one person watches your 10-minute video in full, that is from the beginning to the end, without skipping, without doing anything, just play, analyze it to play to the end, which means you have 10 minutes. That person goes to the next one, which is 6 minutes, and watch to the end, and the next one till it watches all your 7 videos in full, right? So you have all the time there for you. Now, 5 different persons. Now, before I even continue, let me help us again for those of us who probably may not, who are not really familiar with Excel, because I didn't type in all of this. I use what we call simple Excel formulas to do this. Now, if you look at this 10 here, and you come here, I'm sure the software I'm using is marking this. This 10 is in a cell called B6. Then 6 is in a cell called B7. 5, B8, down to 4, which is in B12. So I'm going to be using this cell details for my demonstration. Okay, so I bear it in mind. Now, for this person who watches, this one person who has watched your video fully for 10 minutes, as you can see here, I said B6 times 1. That one means one person. Again, the person who watched your video with 12 minutes in full, I also said B9 because B9 here stands for the 12 times 1. The same thing applicable to the video with 4 minutes. Now 4 minutes is B what? 12. So you see B12 here. Alright? So this, you're going to see this all through this video, all through the Excel. Now, come back here again. 5 persons watch your 10-minute video in full. You see, B6 times 5. The same 5 person watch your 12-minute video in full. That gives you 760. The same 5 person watch your 4 minutes in full. That gives you what? 20. Now, the same applicable to 10 persons watching your videos. Now, for the first 100 down to 40. Now, 100 persons. You see the calculation there? Right? First one 1,000, 600, 500 down. Then 1,000 persons watch your videos again in full. All of this in full, right? Then finally 4,000 persons watch your video in full. So that gives you, for the first video you have 40 minutes. Because this is 4,000 full videos a minute, not in hours, okay? Remember, everything we are doing from here to here are all in minutes, right? Now, 40,000 minutes of your 10-minute video. The other one is 24,000 down to 16,000 for a 4-minute video. Now, if we now say, okay, let's convert. If we convert this to hours now, of course, without even saying, you can already see the summation there. How do we calculate? Convert it to hours. Remember, we are working in minutes, right? Now, I did here. This is, as you can see, I have H6 divided by 60, right? Remember, 60 minutes make 1 hour. So in this case, you're going to divide. So I divided this 40,000 by 60 to give me 667 hours. Okay, so if you do same for all, you have all this. Now, if you see this value, I didn't do one, I did just type it in. It's a summation of this value here down to this. That's why you have, now this column is I column, and then the first value start from 16, sorry, from 6. You see, that's why you have that's why you have here I6 to I13. If you know how Excel, this is very easy, okay? But don't worry, even if you don't know, just follow my explanation and it will be easy. I'm sure after this you get into your system and start learning Excel. Okay, so the summation of these 7 values gives us 4,000. So you can imagine your videos being watched like this in less than 3 months. You've clocked your 4,000 hours. Very easy, right? Very, very easy, and it's possible. I did a video titled, where you can also reach your 4,000 watch hour in less than a year. Right? You will see it at the top right. Okay. If you don't see it there, then check my playlist. Now, if I sum this again, I'll get 4,000. I'm sure you remember how I got the 4,000. I6 plus I6 down to I13, which is, okay, there's actually no value in I13, but I12 here gives us this. So if you sum all together. But now, as I'm made to understand, on rare occasion, do everyone watching your video watch it fully? Now, we did something else again, because when I checked my YouTube analytics, I got varying average watch time of my videos, right? So it's not really fixed, but in general they say 3 minute max. That is in general, but in some cases maybe a bit higher than that, in some cases lower than that. But now let's assume, let's take our own average, half a minute, right? Half a minute, so which is 30 seconds, right? Now let's come back here. In this case, it is watched in full. So your videos here were watched all in full, no skipping, no stopping. But in this case, it was not watched in full. It was watched half. I didn't say 30 seconds, I just said half. So we are generalizing right now as in half, okay, which is now 30 seconds actually, not 30 seconds, okay. But why I'm not using 30 seconds here is because I have to divide this by 2, so to give me the value of half, not as in, if I say 30 seconds, I'm talking about a minute, which is half of a minute. But in this case, I'm not talking about half of a minute. Okay, now this is your 10-minute video, right? Now some other set of persons decide to watch only half of it. So one person watched, instead of 10 minutes, 5 minutes. The other one 3 minutes, the other one 2 minutes, down to, sorry, 2.5 minutes, down to your 4-minute video. You just watch 2 minutes and that's it. It could be at the beginning or it could be at the middle, depending on where the person wants to start. Okay? Now, the same applies to your 5 minutes. I mean, the same applies to 5 persons who watch your all your videos again half. So instead of this being 50 is now 25, right? Then instead of this being 20 as is here is now 10. So applying this down to the end. Here in the first time when I watched in full, you had 4,000 watch time complete. But in this case, you have what? 2,000 watch hour, which means 2 hours gone because they've been watching only half. Now remember again, I'm using half because it's a generalized situation. It may not be half, it may be a bit above half or less than half, but I'm using a generalized situation right now to resolve this. Which means for you to achieve your 4,000, you need, instead of 4,000 views, instead of 4,000 full view, you need 8,000 half views a minute to give you your 4,000 watch hour. So I don't know if I've made sense in all of this. Now, if you are to apply this to your video, what do? I wish I had turned on my internet. I've been having lots of notifications from WhatsApp and other stuff, so I decided to turn it off. If you go to your analytics, let's go back to this screen. If you go back to your analytics and then you check, you go to, this is a screen, so I'm only using this for my explanation. On your analytics, and then go to your content, you will see all your videos, right? Then check on the right, you see the summary of your each video's average watch minutes or average watch time. I can't really say which is that, average watch minute or average watch time. Okay, so that, when you see that, you can just copy each of them and then one by one you paste them here. Now if you have more than, I don't know, if you say you have up to 20 videos, right? So now look at, you simply do this, you insert. Now I deliberately do this so that I can add two space here. Then you copy, select from here. I didn't say do it from here. select from here, okay, right click, select, copy. Now, what am I doing? I'm trying to duplicate these values. I'm doing it here, you can also do it here. I'm trying to duplicate these figures here. So peradventure you have 14 videos, 15 videos, but here I'm going to just use 14 videos. All right, you can duplicate it as much as you want and use it for your own good. Now you select, as I've done earlier. Remember I said select from here, then right click anywhere, say copy, and then come to this empty cell here, right click again, and then say paste. Yes, paste. Now I'm using this one. Okay, so you see it has duplicated the values. Sorry for that. Look for, not that. Okay, sorry, this is what I was looking for. Right, now when you paste this one, it will push these two values down. And I was using this before and it was overwriting them, but that's not what I want. So if you use insert copied cell, as you can see here, it will push these two values down. Okay, so let's see now. You see that it has pushed these two values down. So if you want to do it again, all you simply do is come again, paste. Okay, no, you have to copy again. Then, like right now, I have 14 records, so I can start to now change whatever I need to. Maybe I have a video watch of 20 minutes, right? There, just like that. Then, this is here. You insert the number of the total minutes of your video, right? Total minutes of your video. Remember, I'm not using this one. In this case, the videos were watched in full, but in the real life scenario, it doesn't really happen. So I'm using this one. Now, you put the number of minutes for the first video, and then you come here, you put in the average watch time you got from your analytics. Right, now you can see this. Sorry, I'll actually here, whichever one, doesn't really matter. Here, and then here you put your average watch time. And so if that be the case, you can see that when you do it for this, and then you come here and you do the same, because as you can see here, I'm using, you see, remember this is 5 minutes, sorry, 5 views. You may wonder, this is 5 and this is 2.5 years. If you multiply 5 with this, it gives you this, right? So you do the same for this and also for the rest of them. So with that, you'll be able to achieve, you're able to tell, depending on the total number of your videos you have. Here I've just used 14 because I'm just making an example. I don't know how many videos you have. Some persons have up to 50 or 100 or 80 or whatever. I don't know if you'll be able to put all in here, but just to give you an idea. Okay, so when you're done with that, then you'll be able, the system will Excel will automatically calculate all this for you. So let me delete these two values here. No, these two empty cells here. So I save it. So I believe with this, you'll be able to calculate your watch time, or rather estimate your watch time, and know how long it will take you to get your videos time. Please do not promote your videos. Before I wrap up this and tell you what next we're going to discuss, let me share the screen with you. it says here, what do valid watch hours and valid watch short views mean? For our demonstration, we'll not bother about watch views. I mean shorts. Now, as I've explained earlier, what counts to YouTube is this. That's what counts to YouTube, and that is what they're trying to explain here. What count as a valid public watch hour? It simply means watch hours gained from long form video that you have set as public. I explained before, someone watches your video for 1 minute, that is what counts to YouTube. 30 seconds, that's what counts to YouTube. If a video is 3 minutes and they watch 3 minutes in full, that is what counts. So when they add 3 minutes plus 1 minute plus 30 seconds, that is what counts. Now, what content status also matter to them? If your videos are in private, if your videos are set as private videos and 1,000 persons have watched it, it wouldn't count to YouTube. We see what they said here. Watch hours gained through the following type of videos don't count towards YouTube partner program threshold. So if your video is classified as private videos, and even if 1 million person has watched it, it will not count for your valid watch hours. If your video is classified as unlisted, it will not count. If probably you had a video that had up to 1,000 views or 20,000 views or even 100,000 views, and you've deleted it, it won't count. Now, if that's what I said now, that what brought me here is this ad campaign. If you promoted your video and then it had 1 million views, that 1 million views will not count as part of your public watch hour. It only counts for this one in pink. It will not count for this one in blue. Okay? Please just note it. However, if maybe after you promoted your content and someone watches the first one and choose to watch the second video which you didn't promote, that second video that was watched will count for you, but the first one that you promoted will not count for you. Okay? Now, the next one is YouTube Shorts, which in bracket videos played from the stories and short videos shelf will also not count for you. Then lastly here is live stream that are unlisted, deleted, or not converted as VOD or on demand will not count for you. Which means if you're live streaming, even if 1,000 or 1 million people watch that video, it won't count until you have ended that video. It's when you've ended that video, sorry, that live stream, and now make it public, right? That is when, and people start watching, that is when YouTube will count the watch time. But the 1 million that was watched during the live stream will not count as your total or valid public watch hours. Okay, so it's important, you know. So if you want to promote your video, promote it to share, to let people know about your content. But for your watch hour, it won't really count for you. What counts for that is organic. Someone comes, clicks your video, and progresses and watches it. That is what counts. Okay. Now, in the next video, I'm going to share with us how to grow our channel watch hour using playlist and one other feature I will mention during the in the course of the tutorial. So watch out for that video. It will come out very soon. Thank you and remain blessed. If this video has impacted or added given a valid knowledge, please don't forget to like it and also subscribe. God bless you.